Have you ever tried to help someone and they thought you were just trying to use them? Well, that's exactly what this sad and heavy story is about. So, find something to eat and something to dry your tears with. Hopefully, it will make you cry. Hopefully. Yeah, a boy walks up to his classmate. She's covered in bruises. He just wants to know if she's okay, but she shuts him down. She thinks it's a tactic to flirt or hit on her, and tells him to leave and not to come near her. Hours later after school, he follows her because he's still worried. She turns around and threatens to call the cops if he doesn't back off, and adds that she won't be responsible for what happens if he keeps sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. He stops for that day, but in the days after, during one of those normal days, he invites her to eat and she obviously says no. She says she hates feeling like a stray cat people just pity. In her head, she also feels he might have good intentions, but she also thinks nobody is that nice for free. So he'll probably ask for something in return, and that's why she doesn't let anyone get close. Later that day, he compliments her, and she answers coldly and draws an imaginary line and tells him not to cross it. She says they're not close, so he shouldn't get any ideas. Even so, he keeps insisting they have lunch together, and for her, that insistence is painfully uncomfortable. She tells him no again and again. Another day, he shows up with food for her, but her distrust stops her from doing anything. She thinks he could have messed with the food, put something in it, and then do who knows what after. She feels he's trying to force his kindness on her, and it ticks her off, and she hates it. He notices and back off a bit. He stops talking to her for a few days, and then one of those days, she's the one who comes up to him and asks,
"Did you get bored of me too?"
He's honest. She told him to stay away. He doesn't know how to help without making her uncomfortable. Every time he asks something, she pushes him away, and she won't let him call anyone who could help. Yeah, those words hit her. She wonders if maybe she really is paranoid. She asks if it's even okay that he wants to take care of someone as pathetic as her, and thinks he's just doing it out of pity, and she doesn't want to depend on anyone. Sometime later, after their friendships get a bit better, he admits he likes her, and she can't understand how anyone could find her attractive, with so many bruises and more injuries than before. She gets irritated with him, and hates how much he worries. She's convinced it's all a game to him, like some charity act. Help the poor girl living in hell. Typical. He says if she wants, she can stay at his place with his family so she can feel safe. She sees it as childish, but she thinks it over. She's sure he won't hurt her, and honestly, she feels safer anyone else than in her own home. Sometime later out at the boy's house, he promises he will look after her so she can relax, and she answers with sarcasm.
"Relax? Sure."
She makes it very clear she's only there because it's better than her house, and that she'll leave if she finds something better. Even so, deep down she feels relief. At least someone treats her like a normal person. She's excited for dinner. He lends her a hoodie so she doesn't shiver from the cold. She accepts. That part doesn't bother her, though the idea of feeling like the girlfriend who borrows her boyfriend's clothes almost makes her gag. He goes to cook and she gets up to help. He says it's not necessary, but she insists, says it's the least she can do. Later, while they're eating, she starts crying. She asks him not to worry about silly things, but the truth is, it had been way too long since she'd eaten something hot that tasted that good. He asks if they can have dinner together the next day, and says he wouldn't mind if he wanted to stay. She feels awkward being watched all the time and says,
"I can't stay forever."
but she adds that, yeah, they could have dinner together another day. For tonight, she'll stay there, just because she feels a little better there. Moments later, he offers her his bed so she can sleep, and says he'll take the couch. She refuses, saying his bed stinks, and she'd rather sleep on the floor. She's used to it anyway. In her head, she thinks this was his damn plan to make them sleep together, which she finds disgusting. The next morning, he's surprised she's still there. She says she shouldn't have stayed, but as long as he's useful, maybe it's not that bad being around him. And moments later, they have breakfast together. He asks if her parents might think she ran away and whether they call the police to look for her. She gives a strange answer. She doesn't think they call the police. Well, the cops will arrest them if they saw them. And he's obviously thrown off by that answer and finally gets it. Yeah, I think it took you too long to understand. Even so, she asks, more like demands, that he protect her and that if he's going to start taking care of her, he should stay with it to the end. On the way to school, she notices he's looking at her like they're a couple, and in a sharp tone, she tells him,
"Enjoy the idea because that's all it is."
Later in class, they end up sitting together. He's happy, obviously, and she hates it. It's already too much that she spent time at his stupid house, and now sitting together feels like a curse. Hours later, at lunch, he apologizes for not making her lunch before they left the house. She doesn't make a big deal of it, and half joking, half sarcastic, tells him
It's okay, really.
on the way back home, he wants to buy her something. He thinks about clothes. She doesn't want to accept it, it feels like too much. But she ends up saying yes anyway. She doesn't really have much, just her uniform and a few rags. Moments later, she tries on her new clothes. He tells her they look good on her. Yeah, she hates compliments, but inside, she's happy, like really happy. It's the first present. The first gift on her whole life. When they get to his place, he realizes he forgot to buy the eggs his parents asked for. She gets annoyed, and to make up for the gift, she says she'll go buy them herself. He says no, but she goes alone anyway. That day, she never came back. She didn't show up to class the next day either. Days later, she returned to class, now with more wounds. He wants to go to the police or talk to the principal, but she stops him. With a shaky voice, she says,
You've done enough, seriously.
saying it almost makes her want to throw up. At lunch, she's surprised he still brings her food. She finally admits she's glad he didn't walk away. It's the only happy moment she has. Her house is hell, but at least there she can smile a little. Classes end, and he asks if she's really going back home. She says yes, and today was a fun day. She thanks him. He asks her not to go, but she says they'll see each other tomorrow. He starts thinking he should go to the police or tell his parents to help. Then he stops her and asks her to stay with him or to go run away somewhere far. They could move to his aunt or something, who lives far from the city. She calls him an idiot and asks if he's really going to ruin his life for her, but she still agrees to go somewhere else for now. As they walk, he promises to protect her till the end, as much as he can. She thanks him for it, but makes it clear he doesn't know what he's saying. They stroll through the calmest place in the city, the zoo, a themed street with an Asian vibe, and finally the park. Later that evening, he apologizes for everything that's happening. She says she's used to it. He doesn't need to apologize. She tells him she's actually having a good time in the park with him. And with a bit of nerves and a kind of forced voice, she says,
I like you.
she hesitates for a moment.
I don't understand how you like me.
He doesn't know how to answer at first. Then he asks her to go out with him more often. He promises to take care of her. And she says yes. Suddenly, out of nowhere, someone grabs her from behind by the neck and threatens him. The woman tells him to get lost right now. The girl says she's fine, she'll be fine, and that he should go. He refuses, obviously, and the person holding her is her mother. This psycho faces him, saying he filled her daughter's head with weird ideas, corrupted her, and that she'll fix her. The girl shakes and, scared, says,
Let me go.
the mother gets even angrier and grabs her tighter. In the end, the girl agrees to whatever her mom says, just to stop the trouble. But the boy tried to stop them. And in a split of a second, the scene shifts, and he wakes up in the hospital with blurry memories. She's there with him, relieved he's awake. He's in pretty bad shape, but nothing fatal. She tells him it wasn't worth it, risking so much. Thankfully, a neighbor happened to pass by and saved their lives. Her mother was arrested, and she ended up under state custody. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it. He has no other family. She's sad because they won't be able to see each other anymore. Even so, she's free from that nightmare, thanks to him. She thought they'd be happy together, but no. The boy asks if he can give her a hug. She sighs and, with a slightly sarcastic but playful tone, says he should have just done it without asking. That was their last day together. He promises he won't forget her and that he'll see her again someday. She hopes he keeps his word, and they say goodbye to each other. 5 years pass. He finds her. It was really hard because he didn't know how to contact her or where she went. She apologizes because she did remember where he lived, but didn't look for him to avoid causing more trouble. She even congratulates him, joking about his detective skills, but he changes the topic and says he doesn't want to be apart from her again. She's a little surprised and asks if he really wants more problem in his life, remembering what happened 5 years ago. She couldn't ask for more. He helped her more than anyone ever did. He insists he'll handle it, that she won't be a burden to him. She admits that being with him makes her happy, but she doubts she can make him happy. He tells her he doesn't need anyone to make him happy. Seeing her happy is enough. She bursts into tears and asks if she can really stay. He says yes. She hugs him tight and promises never to leave him again. They stay like that for a while. Then he asks if he wants to go to his place now. She looks at him, joking a little, asks if he's going to take advantage of a girl who's been crying. Then she says it's fine. She knows he won't hurt her. She tells him she wants to try cooking again, like that time before. She eats more than she used to now, and maybe this time she can help him cook, and that's how the story ends. It's quite sad. Even I have trouble recording the audio. Well, I have trouble because I don't know how to pronounce some things. Anyway, if you're watching this part of the video, thanks for watching. See you in another video, maybe. I don't know. I hope so.